Hey girls, welcome to phase 2. And firstly, thank you so much for continuing on your journey with me and the Strong by Ash community. You're not going to regret this, and you're going to keep going. We're going to keep getting stronger. And this is the fun part now. So basically, in your first phase, we've looked at trying to improve our body composition, and by doing that, what we've been trying to do is reduce our body fat, while trying to, at the beginning, is trying to build as much muscle as possible, with most people being relatively new to this style of training. If you were still quite experienced in this, then we're looking at trying to maintain as much body fat, muscle as possible, while reducing our body fat. That will then improve our body composition. Now we get into phase 2. Now phase 2 is about building our calories and building our maintenance calories. So what happens is, as we're dieting down, we continue to diet down, our body of how many calories that we're burning gets used to how much you're eating consistently on a daily basis. So if we're burning this amount of calories here, we're eating this much calories here, your body will soon start to understand that, and it will start to slow down and try and slow down to how much you're eating. So it's in a comfortable state. It wants to be comfortable. And when that happens, we're not losing much body fat anymore, or at all, because we're eating at maintenance. So what we would need to do is burn extra calories through adding more steps, or doing more cardio, or maybe even eating less calories. So we're trying to increase that gap again. But then it's going to slowly catch up again, and we have to drop down. Now we're at the bottom part. So what we need to do right now is we need to slowly look at increasing our calories. Now the first part is going to be a bit of a jump, right? So we're going to jump up a little bit of calories in here. Now at the beginning, you may see that your weight on the scale could potentially look at increasing, all right? Now please don't worry too much about this, because what this is going to be extra carbohydrates, and carbohydrates goes into the system. Now when it goes into the system, it's used as glycogen, and it can go into as water. So it'll be just extra water and from carbohydrates that will be in your system that could potentially spike up the weight on the scale. So please don't worry about that. Now, once we've gone through that bit of a jump, we're going to keep slowly progressing our calories as the week goes on. So our maintenance that was down here, we're looking to increase it up a little bit to speed up our maintenance period. Then it's going to come up. Then we're going to slowly keep increasing it. And our maintenance calories of what our body is used to is going to continuously increase with us until it reaches a certain ceiling point. Once we hit that ceiling point, which I will know where that ceiling point is for you, we then can stay in that period if we need to. And then when we're ready, we can then begin to drop our calories back down again. If the other hand is where we can go reach up our maintenance calories, and perhaps the goal would be to continuously build a little bit more muscle because we are in a good shape, or you're comfortable with where you're at, then we would look at a very, very slight calorie surplus. So once we hit the maintenance, we're going to sit slightly a little bit higher than that. And then in that period there is where we can look at continuously trying to build more muscle. And that means more curves, more shape. It's going to help with even more strength. And it can also help with a lot more consistency with your nutrition, because you're going to be having more food, and it can help psychologically as well. So there are a lot of good benefits to this part. But please understand that you're not going to be adding on too much body fat in this period. Yes, there may be a small part, but please understand that once we've dropped down, we can't stay in a low body fat percentage, because that's not going to be healthy for us. We need to look at increasing just a little bit. But if we increase a little bit, we can control with how much that we're putting on. And that is my job to do. As long as you're following that, it's my job to make sure that you're still in good condition while we're keeping our calories up. So all you need to do is just follow it, trust the process. If you have any questions or concerns, just ask me, and I'll be able to help educate you and guide you along the way. But for others, we might once we reach the maintenance calories, we may then look at trying to decrease our calories back down again, and that way then we're going to be even in a better position than we were in phase 1. So that's basically how it works. We kind of drop down, then we look at increasing, and then drop down, then increasing. And that's why it becomes a bit of a journey. And that's why I've created these 4 phases, because it's not just a 12-week type of diet. It is a journey, and this is where you're going to get the best sort of results. So I'm really excited to take you on this phase 2. You're going to be able to learn a lot more education along the way, and you're going to be really pushed with this training.